Welcome to Black and Gold Today, brought to you by Cadillac of New Orleans. I'm Rachel Whittaker. The Saints played mediocre at best against Houston, now with just one preseason game left Thursday at Green Bay for players to make their case. Settling for field goals and double-digit penalties rearing their ugly heads are far from encouraging as Week 1 looms. So let's continue today with sports columnist Jeff Duncan. Jeff, how are you?
Hey Rachel, I'm doing good. How you doing?
Doing fine. Ready for NFL football to start counting for real just around the corner. And there's a ton from this Houston game we could dissect where the starters hardly played. And we know about the Saints' red zone struggles, but let's hit the pass rush, which was so underwhelming that Sean Payton rejoiced way too much about their first sack of the preseason by Tyler Davison and Tavares Barnes. I mean, he's talking about how they're going to second line, Jeff.
Yeah, I think it was a little tongue-in-cheek there from Sean Payton, kind of priding his defense a little bit after the game. Look, everybody knows that this is going to be the biggest issue for the defense this year. They released Junior Gillette. The guy had 22.5 sacks combined the last two seasons. That's a lot of production that they've got to find a replacement for, and right now they're still searching for that replacement. I think more than likely Rob Ryan and Sean Payton are going to have to manufacture pressure this season. And, of course, what I mean by that is they're going to have to call up a lot of blitzes and take some risks and hope that their rebuilt secondary can hold up on the back end. They really like Delvin Breaux, the young kid from New Orleans. They hope to get Brandon Browner back soon and Jarris Byrd as well. Now, what I would say about last night, Rachel, is they did have 5 quarterback hits in addition to their sacks, so there was a little more pressure, and that was by design. They blitzed about 15 to 20 times last night, and they hadn't done that at all in the first 2 preseason games. So I think we got a little bit of a window into what the Saints defense is going to look like during the regular season.
Right, important to know there about the quarterback hits for sure. And roster cuts coming the first round down to 75 players on Tuesday. And I'm thinking that a guy like Kyle Wilson in the secondary who's been playing some nickelback, he could be one of the guys in danger. So one or two players you think could be most on the bubble, Jeff?
Well, there's a lot of competitions right now. Obviously, the kicker competition, somebody's not going to survive there. It's really too close to call. And I think backup quarterback is an interesting position. I think Ryan Griffin is going to get a lot of playing time against the Packers to be able to make his case. Luke McCown had his chance last night against the Texans. You're right. Kyle Wilson is basically competing with Damian Swann as the backup nickelback. Somebody's going to lose out in that competition, and more than likely it's going to be Wilson because they used a draft pick on Damian Swann. And the backup receiver position might be the most competitive of all the position groups right now. I think a guy like Shantavius Jones, who there was a lot of promise for him early in camp, he's kind of fallen off a little bit. He needs to play well this week, or else he's looking at potentially being a roster casualty.
And Brandon Coleman, I mean, he's got that size, but if he can't catch the ball, I mean, I think he'll be fine to make the roster, but he's got to have better hands than that, than he showed this preseason, that's for sure. But, Jeff, we'll talk to you a lot more leading up to Week 1. Appreciate it.
Yeah, sounds good, Rachel. Take care.
And we'll be right back, everyone.
What's one of the nicest things that comes with your new Cadillac from Cadillac of New Orleans? 0% interest.
Get 0% interest on all new Cadillacs, now at Cadillac of New Orleans. New owners, new attitude, on Lime Street in Rye in Metairie.
Welcome back. Well, one player Sean Payton said he's sure will make the team is 7th-round pick Marcus Murphy. On Friday's show, we talked about his return skills, which were on display. But he also ran 8 times for 43 yards and caught 3 passes for 67 yards. And here's Murphy on that endorsement from Payton.
No, he didn't actually say it to me. You know, and it's a great feeling, you know, but at the same time, I just know I need to get better every week. As a rookie, you know, I still got a lot of things to learn, so I'm just looking forward to learning all I can, you know, and just moving forward from here.
Does that relax you at all?
No. I mean, it creates fire, really, you know. Now that you guys saying that, I think I have something to prove. You know, I have to keep getting better every week and showing that, you know, this wasn't a one-time only thing. You know, I can do this each week.
And there's also receiver Willie Snead, who's shown spark in camp and has a good shot to crack the crowded receivers. But he's been cut twice in the NFL and knows something else he can do.
Score a touchdown. I think that would wrap everything up. Just getting in the end zone. I feel like I'm getting close. The offense is getting close. We're getting better each and every week, I feel like. So I feel like once that happens for me, get a touchdown under my belt, I'll be a lot more comfortable.
Well, a lot still to happen before the final 53 are set on Saturday. And I'll see you Tuesday for more analysis and Saints trivia.